Hi, and welcome to Dice Voyeurs again. This is John, and I'm here with my wonderful wife,
Roxy.
Yeah.
So, you're going to hear some
Valentine's Day, baby.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be our Valentine's Day episode.
Yes,
We're recording this before January 1st, and so I'm always like, well, wait a second. No, this is going to be January 29th's episode.
I didn't want it to be that.
Well, you didn't look at a calendar. That's why I do all the clerical work for this endeavor.
Does. I'm not very
Anyhow,
clerical.
happy.
I've always played warriors. And
He's
rogues.
always played warriors. I'm the one who plays clerics. Anyhow, hello and welcome to what he wants to be our Valentine's Day episode. You're going to hear some noise because I'm going to go ahead. You know what? No, I'm not. Go ahead. Do your dice trivia.
Oh, okay.
Do you have dice trivia?
I actually do have dice trivia.
Because I have a special item on the show today that I cannot wait to crack open. I have opened it before, so this isn't like an unboxing, but it's going to make some noise, and I might squee a little bit. So go ahead and get your dice trivia out of the way so we can get to the important stuff.
It definitely is a special gift
that I got for myself.
It's true. I
have to do my own Kickstarters.
But so, we'll get around to talking about what that item is.
Lay some trivia on me.
I've got trivia, and the trivia today is another piece of history.
Is this historical history?
It is historical history. But even more important...
Help us. Even more important?
Important. It's the history of cheating.
What?
Yes, it's the history of cheating.
What?
We always talk about it. We always it's kind of like a thing on the side. We joke about people cheating with dice. So here's a question for you. What is the oldest, you can go with centuries or even millennia. Not really. Of how long ago basically the first record of cheating with dice is.
Are you asking me?
I am asking you.
You always ask me this
I
stuff.
do ask you this because I want to give you a chance.
When was the earliest record of someone cheating with dice?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure people were cheating with dice since their inception. I believe even diviners divining with divine dice were
probably cheating.
Were charlatans. Dare I say?
Yeah, more than likely they were. So the oldest record that we have of people cheating with dice is from 1500 BC. It is a series of documents from India known as the Vedic hymns, and they reference cheating with loaded dice and trick boxes. So that is pretty old.
Loaded dice and trick box. Yeah, I can imagine the loaded dice thing.
Yeah. And so the thing is that when I think about that, that's basically 1500 BC is around the same era time that David in the Bible. We're talking about the kingdom of Israel, 1500 BC there. So that tells you how long ago people were cheating with dice. That's kind of one of those little things.
That's actually more recent than I thought. I would have thought
even longer than that.
I mean,
we're
that's
talking
only
about written record. That makes sense.
I was going to say that's only 3,500 years ago, but essentially, but
yeah, and
dice has been around a lot longer than that, as you told me in the first episode.
Yeah, and the first set, or one of the oldest sets of loaded dice that they have actually found, was in the ruins of Pompeii. So now Pompeii was
which predates.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Or does it not? No.
No, Pompeii was destroyed in 80 AD.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And so that's still pretty, that's still pretty cool in my mind. Because I mean, and not that cheating is cool, but that
not that cheating is cool. We don't endorse cheating.
Cool. We don't endorse it. Yeah. But no, it's one of those things where I'm like, it's always, I find it really interesting how much dice is played into history and how people have just talked about it throughout time. And, when I was a kid, it was that thing that was relegated to being a nerd or being a loser. And, it's not that way anymore. I mean, the amount of people who are role-playing and participating in games these days is amazing. But still, to me, I'm just like, wow, it's in a book. It's ancient. People are talking about it. It's not just me. It's my inner nerd trying to justify my nerddom. But let's go ahead and talk about what you've got.
Let's talk about the coolest thing that I have ever purchased.
So far.
Some months ago, maybe May or June. It was earlier this year. Spring, I believe. Geek and Sundry ran an ad for a Kickstarter for a company called Tabletop Artisans. They're pretty cool. But they were advertising their Kickstarter for a wonderful item called the Adventurer's Kit.
The Adventurer's Kit. And yeah, you're probably going, oh, what is this? If you have not seen this and you are an RPG tabletop gamer, go look at it, because I was enamored with it as soon as I saw the ad. Having it in my possession now with my custom options, I am just thrilled. So we will open it up. It is going to make a little bit of a racket. So this Adventurer's Kit comes in. It looks like a suitcase. It's got it looks like a small briefcase. Yeah.
But it's got a nice leather worked handle on it that actually has laser engraving of their logo, which is a dragon on a shield, and just some other embellishments. And I believe I chose brown. It looks like alligator skin.
Yeah, I think it's a faux alligator skin.
I think it's a faux alligator skin, but it's a brown cover. They might call it dragon.
Yes, they did.
I think they call it dragon.
Which I think is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping with the theme. But it comes in 2 parts. It's got 2 clasps on either side, and it opens up. Mm-hmm. And I will have pictures of this. I highly recommend checking out their website, because they have images of all the different variations that are available. These are available. They were not a Kickstarter only type thing. Mm-hmm. It's just those of us who backed the Kickstarter got them before the rest of you. So Tabletop Artisans pencil, because you can't play RPGs without writing utensils. At least not well, in my opinion. But it's packed with foam, so give me a second, bear with me, and I'll pull out some foam here.
Yeah. But even the packing foam, I mean, these are sheets that are...
Yeah, these are good, thick sheets of packing foam that they do recommend keeping in here for when you travel, because you don't want just loose stuff rattling around. But within the Adventurer's Kit, so each side essentially can double as a dice tray if you end up wanting to take out the insert. But I just emptied out the main portion that is considered a dice tray. Within that, I have 3 sets of their little brackets and braces to put books on the sides. Mm-hmm. Books, and it looks like sheets. A book if you want to. I don't know if I would put the book on it personally. Number one, I don't use the books very often, but I would just as soon use a tablet. So they have 2 different sizes. I have some dividers here. Also have a magnetic, it's a foam-backed board just to keep things nice and soft. It feels like faux sheepskin or something. But it is a board to put your character sheet on.
Yeah, kind of a clipboard kind of
It's like a clipboard thing, but it uses a magnet. That it's supposed to have a push pin shaped magnet on it that did not make it with this. They needed to do some more quality checks on it. Mm-hmm. Another large piece of foam. Let's see here. All right. And then we get into the nitty gritty. We get into the part that's actually compartmentalized. Now you can lift this out to create another dice tray, and if you want.
It looks like it's the pieces have been kind of laser etched into this kind of compartment, but it sets on a tray and the entire thing can come out.
Yeah, and the entire tray can come out is what I was trying to say. Probably not well. But
and it's, the tray itself, I mean, is like the size of your standard RPG book. It's a big tray.
Yeah, it is a humongous tray. In fact, I don't have an RPG book in here at the moment, but pretty sure that they are meant to be able to carry a book. Absolutely. Inside it. So, but it's got a slot. I mean, it's customizable. They do have card slots that do not come out. Mm-hmm. They have places for many. Now, I bought the decked out one. This is a pencil sharpener. Comes with a little pencil sharpener.
Cute.
Everything inside it is laser cut wood, so it all matches.
Yeah, and I do want to say I'm very harsh when it comes to laser etching. A lot of people use really thin wood for their laser etching to make dice towers and other things.
This is not that
bad.
No,
this is not thin. These are really good sized pieces of wood that look like they've been quality stained.
They're about a quarter inch thick, I think.
I mean, this has a really good look to it. This is not, cheaply made.
Yeah, I got the version that has the it's actually got a tabletop. It's got Tabletop Artisans logo on it, but it is a charger. So
yeah, it's got a charging station.
I have a USB charging station that actually goes into the item or into the slot here. It's got a slot for pencils. It's got a slot for dice. It's even got a little dice tray because it doesn't fit the dice exactly, but it's just supposed to, I think, hold them so they're accessible for you as you need them. It's very interesting. So I do commend them for this because it is really kind of cool looking. It has exceeded my expectations, and I expected quite a bit, to be honest. But yeah, it's got a little removable dice tray, so things can be, like I said, you can see on the website, you can stack these two halves and customize, so you can roll underneath, you can have your books on top, you can have all your utensils and cards available on top. That's got an area that looks like it could fit a deck, as well as stuff to, the card slots I mentioned earlier were for standing cards up. So, but it is a well-made box. I'm very impressed with it. I used, like I said, the brown dragon skin or whatever they called it, the brown felt inside, so it's very earth-toned, which is odd because I generally don't care for earth tones, but I liked it for this. It felt like something that I would see a D&D character with. It's got gold-plated,
brass.
It's got brass. Yeah. I think it's brass, not gold-plated, but it's got nice, strong metal clasps. They even talk about on their website in the letter that they sent, that they upgraded the clasps because they were sufficient, but they weren't as strong as they wanted. And so they did that, but it's got all the corners.
Yeah, they're metal reinforced corners over the, that is over the top of the leather.
So it'll, and it's got like a faux fur insert for
minis, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this can be your mini section. And that is also an adjustable area where you can customize the size of the area of the minis. In fact, it's got a little foam thing that looks like I could cut this down and actually put... Yeah. It's got pre-scored foam that you can cut apart and create custom-sized foam protecting layers for your minis. So it's really cool, guys. It was worth. I couldn't tell you at the moment how much we backed it at. It's been long enough ago. I'm sure it was probably in the 200 ballpark, but I also think it's worth it. Now, we didn't get it. We just got it a couple weeks ago. I was so thrilled to get it because it is nice. Yeah, it is very well made. I highly recommend Tabletop Artisans. I'm not sure if they've got anything else for sale right now, but I hope we see more from these guys because this is to me my higher end item that we have that I will, like I said, it won't come to every table, but it will be at every game that is played at our house.
Oh yeah. So. And I could honestly see this being a item, especially when you try and DM a game, to help keep you organized and things like that. That, to me, I think that's like one of the perfect uses for this.
You know me, I like organization.
Oh, yes. We both do to some extent, but my wonderful wife loves being organized and loves especially office organization. So all these trays and compartments to her is like...
This is candy.
Yeah. Those times when I feel like I've messed up... If I ever want to re-earn some kudos points of some sort, it's bring her office supplies. But it's forget the flowers, forget the candy, get her some office supplies.
Yeah, I don't care about flowers and candy. I'm diabetic and I kill flowers, so I will always go for paper and pens, and I love pens. Pens.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is the Adventurer's Kit. I can't wait to show you guys some pictures of it. I'm really pleased with what they sent us. I am so glad that I saw the ad on Geek and Sundry because I probably would have never have heard about it any other way because that's about the only way that I really find out stuff that's coming up the pipe, which is kind of sad. It's not so much that way now. I follow a lot more sites, but Kickstarter is just, there's so much stuff out on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And I can't back everything that I want to back.
I know. It's one of those things, especially right now, because we are in a gaming renaissance. It's not unusual to go online to Kickstarter and find 500 tabletop associated products that are coming through Kickstarter.
For sure.
So.
And that, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I just can't afford to back everything that I want to. So this was kind of a splurge, and I am very, very happy that we got it. I will be looking at tabletop artisans to do some pretty awesome stuff in the future. If this is the quality of the first thing that they've really put out there, this is great.
This was our first purchase from them, and it definitely has started kind of our expectation of what we would look for from them. Mm-hmm. And quite frankly, it's worth it. I'm going to say that right now. Look into it, and they're great. I wouldn't even call them an alternative. I would say this is a competing top-end product.
Yeah. This may not be, it may be presumptuous of me to say that this is more affordable, but this is, for the amount of stuff that I'm getting in this one box, that I can carry in one package that can hold my game book, my minis, my dice,
this is not
pencils, papers.
Yeah, this is not a $200 dice box. This is a $200 kit that does it all.
Yeah, it's more than worth the money. I could not get something of this quality from either of those other companies, I don't think, for this price.
And that's definitely saying something. So
I'd have to piecemeal it. I'd have to get a dice vault from this one, and I'd have to get a mini box from this one. I'd have to get a dice tray from this one. This is all included. And like I said, wait till you see the pictures, guys. It looks really cool.
Yeah, you will fall in love with this piece. Goodness knows, I kind of regret that I didn't get in on this one. So
this is mine.
Yep. But so this is the Tabletop Artisans
Adventurers Kit. So
Adventurers Kit.
Check it out. I believe tabletop-artisans.com is their site. I will link to it all in the show notes, and as well on our blog, which as always, check our blog out at southgatemediagroup.com. Just go to the blog area, and you can find us under Dice Voyeurs there. And I release a blog every time the show releases with pictures, anecdotes.
Yeah, and be sure to go by our other page, our main webpage, Passion Nerdly, to find out what else we're up to right now.
And there will be several links that I'll rattle off in the exit here in a minute. Appreciate you listening, and y'all have a good night.
All right, and remember, guys, show me your dice, and I'll show you mine.
You've been listening to Dice Voyeurs. Please subscribe to get our episodes as soon as they release. For more information about us, check out PassionNerdly.com, at PassionNerdly on Twitter and Instagram, as well as Facebook.com/PassionNerdly. Also, if you're interested in supporting our show, look us up at Patreon.com/PassionNerdly. Once again, thank you for listening.
This has been a production of the Southgate Media Group. For more podcasts like this one, head over to SouthgateMediaGroup.com.